Quick initial impressions video for you guys on the Vapor 17 Pro and the Superfly 11 Pro. Just a quick breakdown of the tech spec as well as a quick analysis of feel and fit. Alright, starting with the Vapor 17 Pro, it has a full fly knit upper, which makes it a little bit more thicker than the Elite, but it's still very comfortable, still very malleable to the foot, and again, decent lockdown, especially it using Nike's Fly Knit to help hold your foot in place. And again, stretch, mold, and adapt. Heel is very solid, basically the same as the Elite. Nice and comfortable, decent amount of padding. Now, again, there's not a lot of frills to this boot. Fly Knit upper, nice and comfortable. Go to the sole plate, it is exactly the same as the Elite, although it is a bit stiffer in the midfoot. So you get nice snapback in the forefoot, and the Elite is just a bit more flexible in that midfoot, especially side to side. Here you get a stiffer midfoot, which depending on what you like, you might prefer. Next we have the Superfly 11, which has a very similar upper to the Elite model. Instead of being a Flyweave Ultra, it's just Flyweave. Again, very similar but less premium. Has a bit of a wider and more volume to the shape of the boot. Doesn't have that cutout, which again just helps the boot mold to the foot shape a bit more, and just overall is a bit stiffer, and the tongue a bit distracting because it doesn't quite have that uniformity with the rest of the boot, as they use a synthetic tongue that's very similar to other previous Vapors in the past. But again, it's a takedown model, so it's not bad. Just know that it's not the same as the Elite model. As for the rest of the boot, definitely the star of the show is the sole plate. You're getting the Elite model from the previous generation of Superfly 10. So the zoom unit is on the inside, just like the previous generation. You really enjoy that sensation. Again, this is a really good sole plate and some really good snapback. Again, a really solid option at that pro tier price point. Last thing on the boots is the price. Some of the World Cup colorways have seen a $10 to $20 increase in price. Now, I've also seen some other retailers then drop the price of these once the other colorways have come out, like the black one. So if you can, find these for about $160 in the Vapor 17. And for the Superfly 11 Pros, find these about $180. And if you do that, I honestly think you'll have a really good experience in either boot. Now, if I had to pick one, I'd pick the Vapor. But if you really like that sole plate from the previous generation of Mercurial, go with the Superfly.